Yes, I know what you're all asking. This is the Wednesday Awakens, right? And what's so really important about you doing something regarding to it? Like, I got any plans or anything? Like going to the funeral or something? Nah, there's a news, like not geek news or anything, but involving the news station, like with involving politics or anything. I know I'm not much of a guy. I'm not. I don't ever mention politics in this, but because the Mueller testimony, this is the recording for Monday. And you know who does that on? You know whoever does that on Wednesday? Robert Mueller testifying. That's why I got the Mueller report. Give him hell, Mueller. Indict Trump. Indict Trump. Lock him up.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get to this podcast off the ground, I had so many questions. How do I record an episode? Where do I find my background music? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? Where do I find the advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. So, if you want to start a podcast, go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Hey guys, and welcome to the episode of the Wednesday Awakens. In this episode of the Wednesday Awakens, we're going to cover things that were announced for Comic-Con. And we got the news on a trailer for The Rise of Skywalker. And let me get the large thing out of the way. And we got news regarding to the new TIE Fighter in the official dictionary as pictured. And we got Natalie Portman, who is Padme Amidala, word of becoming the new Thor. And yes, and we got the Hasbro helmets that have arrived. And I got the publishing, Lucasfilm Publishing, in to talk about the books they are doing. And yes, but first we're gonna get those topics out of the way. Well, this is Star Wars at Comic-Con. Everyone wants to know why Natalie Portman will be the next Thor in Thor 4, Love and Thunder. Well, with Jane Foster. Well, to be honest, guys, I'm not going to be real mad about this because of the not because of the SJW style. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people covering that and not too happy. Me, I read the comics. I read the comics that there was like two of them. One with if Thor dies, Jane's the next door, like a what if. But there is one that was that had CM Punk in there, and Jane found the hammer, and she became the next door, and it's because Thor, after he was drunk, he passed out. He passed out while drunk. And Jane found the hammer, and then she becomes the next door. And Thor, later had found out that she stole his hammer. But and Natalie Portman just, I mean, I enjoyed watching her as Pape Amidala on, as Pape Amidala in the prequels. Even though it's Jane Foster, not so much. Not so much for Jane Foster. I'm not too upset with the actor who directed Shakespeare and who played Hamlet in a Shakespeare play. Yeah, he turned into a movie. He did. But like I say, I'm not going to be going into too much details, but I mean, it's okay if you guys are not looking forward to her as Jane, as Jane Foster. I understand that. And speaking of not looking forward to it, I just saw the visual dictionary of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. In the front cover, we see one of the Knights of Ren. And we also see a Sith trooper, but still no word of if it's going to be the Palpatine's forces or the Supreme Leader's new forces. As we already had the Pomerian guards at the Last Jedi. At the Last Jedi visual dictionary. But however, we are getting some. But although, cut right to the chase, we got a new TIE. We got a new TIE fighter for the First Order. I mean, they already used the fire Colin Trevorrow's for Galaxy's Edge. Now, I thought that was really interesting to add that, I still have plans to go check it out for myself. And speaking of Galaxy's Edge, and if I get the money, I will get the comic and do another read along. But right now, I don't have any. So yeah, that's why I do sponsorships, just to raise money, because I'm not a very rich person, I'm not a very rich person like I used to be. So yeah. But we are gonna get a new TIE fighter called the TIE Dagger. And it was the one that we see Kylo Ren charging Rey at, while he's making a charge to Rey. like a cavalry style, chasing her in this one, which I thought it was a TIE interceptor, but it was actually a TIE dagger. She just did a backflip. Yeah, I mean, we already got the. I heard that this one's gonna be an all-out war. It's gonna be an all-out war, but to end the war of all wars. But I think there should be another war. There should be another war post sequel trilogy. To be honest, you know, I mean, before it was decanonized. I mean, there's a lot of TIE fighters, but you know, there's a lot, you know, post Empire. I mean, not all of them have to be, you know. I mean, they did post Episode 6 stuff. And yes, they did a Legacy era, which is like and beyond. It's like dirty ABY and beyond. I mean, we already know that Chewie was gone, but the TIE dagger is going to come up. But although I did want to give my honest opinion about should Star Wars continue all wars after the sequel trilogy? Yes, they should. Okay, guys, this one's going to be the main topic, the main event, and this one is Comic-Con. Alright, this is the last topic before I go, is of course regarding to publishers at Comic-Con. And here's the full reveal. Charles Soule is getting a 4-issue miniseries known as The Rise of Kylo Ren, which will begin during, of course, the same month as Rise of Skywalker, which is going to end the Skywalker saga. And then we got the cover reveal of Star Wars Allegiance. But however, we got a new Vader's Castle story just in time for Halloween season, with Return of Vader's Castle, which focuses on the villains like Tarkin, Asajj, Jabba the Hutt, Darth Maul, and whatever those things are. And it says Return to Vader's Castle, another collection of spooky stories coming for Halloween season. Will focus on the bad guys. Stories will center around Darth Maul, Asajj Ventress, Jabba the Hutt, and Darth Vader. Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin. In the original Tales of Vader's Castle, writer Kevin Scott turned Christopher Lee's Count Dooku into a vampire. Well, okay, yeah, I get it, because he was Count Dracula in the Hammer films, and he was also the Mummy, and he went against his adversary, that is co-star Peter Cushing, who was also Grand Moff Tarkin. Now he's turning Tarkin, or Peter Cushing, another horror icon alongside Christopher Lee, into a classic archetype. Long ago, Grand Moff Tarkin created a monster, said Kevin Scott, who's now coming after him. Horror fans rejoice. Black and white covers will also be available. an edition print of Scott's Dooku Jedi Lost. A previous audio-only release is on the way in October. Great! Great, now I can read along the script. And yes, it's going to be available in October. Although we are going to get, of course, the Star Wars Allegiance and their cover reveal. It shows Rey, Rose, Leia, the Akbars, the Mon Calamari, and the Millennium Falcon on the left. The rest were like First Order forces with Kylo Ren, First Order Stormtroopers, and and General Armitage Hux. And then we see the right side featuring the Stormtroopers and the TIE Fighters, and Finn, and Poe Dameron. And then the fourth one shows, it shows like the same, but this time it shows Chewbacca. And it's also going to be the 4-issue miniseries. But although number 3 says the panelists recounter what Star Wars means to them for each, it's something different. For me, it's the fact that Star Wars magical is an adventure, said Katie Cook. There is some character that you have found that is the person you like to. This is me. This is who I relate to. It really connects you to the story. Timothy Zahn cited the originality of Star Wars as being particularly powerful. It's the overall feel of the universe. A unique combination of friendship, love, loyalty, danger, humor, adventure. It's a mix that no one had seen before George Lucas put that Star Destroyer on top of the screen. And coming back to that universe is a joy every time I do it. And now we get to E.K. Johnson, who I'm mistaken as a guy, but actually a woman. Writer of the acclaimed Padme Handmaiden-centric Queen's Shadow, has a surprising choice for favorite character to write. And here's what she has to say. I thought for sure that Sabe would the character that I like writing the most, but it turns out the character I like writing the most is Palpatine. Because you just imagine the worst thing that anyone would do, and then do that. Johnson discussed the warm reaction to Queen's Shadow, and remains thrilled that she had a chance to write it. I feel like we waited 20 years for this book. And that's what she said. And the last one... Oh, no, wait. There's more. Thanks to Lucasfilm's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge books and comics, many of the panelists helped define the history of the new Star Wars themed land at Disney parks. Here's what Lou Anders has to say. I was just at Galaxy's Edge this Monday and Tuesday, and it was the hardest thing I ever done in my life. To stand in 1,000 lines of people and not scream. I wrote a book about this ride, so let me go to the front. Yeah, me. I just want to go in there and see if the food and the drinks are really bad. That's what I'm going to do. That's why I plan to go to Galaxy's Edge, everyone, because I want to try the food and try the drinks, and that includes liquor. Like, see if it really is that bad. And Timothy Zahn seemed especially pleased that there's blaster fire at Olga's Cantina. A detail that stems from his latest Thrawn trilogy. For Saradia's... Well, his, of course, is Thrawn Alliances. If you guys haven't read Thrawn Alliances, please do so, because I recommend it. I really recommend it to everyone to read Thrawn Alliances. And see what blaster he mentioned. Now back to where was I? Oh yeah. For Sarita Cordova's new A Crash of Fate, which is set on Batuu, she wanted direct connection. I really want to include all things you're going to be able to get experience. The drinks, the animals, the market. And she said, all the research was really fun. Alright, now we got to the Journey to Rise of Skywalker. An Emmy Award-winning author, Kevin Shenick. And number 6 is The Journey to the Rise of Skywalker. Force Collector, Kevin Shenick, a present. Strove to present of the mystery. Sorry. One pulled from the We Didn't Know of a Galaxy Far, Far Away. And here's what he has to say. What I want to do was try to capture the feeling of not knowing Star Wars. Not knowing who the Jedi were, he said. As such, Force Collector is set on a world of fewer resources. It observes historical knowledge which proposed the story's protagonist on his adventure. Shenick explained. He could see its history. His grandmother believes he may be a Force sensitive and encourages to head him out on his own. She's like,
I think you could go out into the world, and life will teach you the way.
I thought she would say life finds the way, like John Hammond from Jurassic Park. And now Ian Malcolm. And here's the covers. The Guide to the Galaxy Far, Far Away. We see Darth Maul, Jabba the Hutt, Geonosis, Luke Skywalker, the AT-ST, Vader's helmet, the lightsaber, Ignite, Kylo Ren's helmet, being repaired, and the medal ceremony, crate on the bottom, Mustafar, and Rey. Oh yeah, there's the ones I've been talking about, of course. Oh yeah, the second cover features C-3PO and R2-D2. Right, the fourth one has the Rey, BB-8, the X-Wings, and I think it's one of the Knights of Ren and Chewbacca. But although we have Rebels and Rogue, Honeymooners. That's issue 70. And with Han and Leia. And then we see issue 71 of the Star Wars comic from Marvel. It's Luke Skywalker confronting the new droids that are not... Oh wait, I think it's the DX droids of the Empire, with one of them being voiced. And then we see, of course, Star Wars issue 72. Okay, if that's not Han, then who is that romancing Leia? And we see Rose Tico, the young Luke Skywalker, the Rocky figure, and not Rocky Balboa, the figure that is covered in rocks, Chewbacca, and C-3PO. And then we see issue 73 with Luke Skywalker and Rose Tico holding a lightsaber. With Rebels and Rogue, a new Jedi in town. And then we got next one, Wookiee versus Sith. Wow! Now we get to see Chewbacca fight. Now this got me interested. Now this issue's getting me interested. It really does. And then we see Star Wars Adventure. Well, of course, this is for the kids. It is part of the Rise of Skywalker journey. We see Chewbacca. In the next issue, we see Chewbacca trying to knock out the first... Either try and knock out the first stormtroopers or make them scream like little girls. And then we see a sticker. And we see Spark of Resistance, which is an 8th grade novel. I mean, if you got kids and if they're into Star Wars, then that book is for you. And then we see the visual dictionary, which of course consists of, aside from one of the Knights of Ren and a Sith Trooper helmet and a TIE Fighter, we see Rey, C-3PO, now in gold armor. And we see Janna's energy bow. And we see Dio. Wait, that's not Dio! And then we see that Galactic Guide with BB-8 and that thing that is not Dio! And then we see the Resistance, the Golden Book version. The version of the Golden Book. And then we have a Search and Find, which is like a hypothetical thing, and Skywalker Saga. Definitely, and we got of course, at long last, we have gotten the script. Okay guys, I'm sorry if this is too long, but hey, let's end the episode. Okay guys, that's going to be about it for the Wednesday Awakens. And yeah, if you all, hopefully you all didn't skip my, before I start the episode, or well, okay, yeah, you can skip the sponsorship, but the attention, hopefully you haven't skipped that one, because I know I'm not a political person or anything, but, but the Mueller testimony is right now on. To see Trump is innocent. I was trying to act like Pigeon from Mike Tyson's Mysteries. However, I am just, if you by the time get this, I'm actually sitting at home watching the Mueller report on Fox News. Alright guys, it's gonna be about it for me. I will see you guys next time, and as always, may the force be with you, and I'm not really into politics.